Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to an installment of... Good God, I don't know what this is. So, short story longer. I got an email a couple of weeks ago from the PR manager over at FMS. Apparently, they must have caught wind of one of the Atlas videos. I don't know, it's the only FMS thing that I own. And asked if I would be interested in testing any of the FMS vehicles. And I responded in an email. I said, knowing the background of people that are here, FMS people will know FMS's specialty is pretty much 24th scale and 18th scale. They do a bunch of different stuff. They have 2 10th scale vehicles. And then the Jimny that they call 6th scale, the one that is like big enough for Barbies, basically. It's fairly big, but a Jimny is a very small thing. So the 6th scale Jimny is like that long. So I emailed him back and said that this is a 10th scale house, and I don't know anything about 24th scales or 18th scales, so I don't consider myself in any position to review or evaluate them in any way. I said the 2 that I would be interested in analyzing, if you were to send one to me, would be the FJ40 that they've got, or that 6th scale Jimny, because it is my understanding that underneath the 6th scale Jimny is basically the Atlas / Michigan / probably what's under the FJ40. I just like to see how they do different flavors of the same thing. You know, like how many rigs can we get out of one platform? That's kind of what every manufacturer does. So after telling him that I was interested in the 10th scale FJ40 or the 6th scale Jimny, I'm just going to assume and presume that something was lost in translation there, because this is what FedEx dropped off just a very short time ago. When I saw the shipping box sitting on the doorstep, I was like, well, that's a small box. That's a really small box. Because I know FMS is really fond of these very ornate... Oh, the manual. These very ornate, like, Suzuki Jimny. All grip. So this is a 12th scale Jimny, which means... Well, obviously, this is an RTR, so it fits fully assembled in this box with a radio. So I think we get an idea of how small a 12th scale Jimny is. So I have no idea what to tell you about this. It is very small. It has a USB charger and a cross wrench. Like these... I feel like too much work is put into this. So, here's our Jimny. I mean, look at the things. We can do the Autorama. Yes. New for whatever year it came out in, the Jimny. Which, I would also like to point out, so here's the lens cap from the camera. Feels like there's I think it's just the rubber. Got trailing arm front. Like, okay. First impression here. Why is this so detailed? Like, this is overwhelmingly detailed. I've never seen one of these up close. So we've got trailing arm front and rear. So we've got track bar front and rear. So basically front and rear panhard, because it's effectively, this is a strut suspension where the struts actually do the alignment. And I don't know how to take the, oh wow, look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. I feel like we need to figure out how to take one of those off so that you can see that it's not a coilover. The shock and the spring are independent of one another. Look at the Jimny all grip. Oh. Ooh! The seats fold up. Do the doors open? It doesn't look... Well, maybe? I can't tell if the door's open. I like the back seats folded down. Okay, so the hood's got to open. Oh. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the fitted dampers are not actually dampers. They are dampers in appearance, but not dampers in function. Oh. We've got an engine bay. We've got a 7.4 volt, 380 milliamp. That is 2.81 watt hours. And that is the power switch. And we've got a battery and an air box and pretty much fully detailed. I still can't tell if the door's open. Oh, don't manhandle it. Oh wait, we can't close the hood. We got to turn it on. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. Like, oh, did lights? Okay. Steering reverse, throttle reverse. I've seen this radio somewhere before. I'm not 100% sure where, but I've definitely seen this radio before. We've got a channel 4. Oh, high beams. Oh, fog lights. Oh, blinkies. I mean, I get it already. All right, this is okay. I don't. Okay, I don't. All right. Oh, yeah, that's what I was hoping for. So when you steer to that side, it puts your blinker on. I mean, I get it. I absolutely get it. This is not. This is not my thing. Oh wait. Okay, we haven't opened the book, but I'm just gonna guess what this switch is. It's a 2-speed, isn't it? Oh, it's got crawling gear. I don't know, maybe it is a rock crawler. But I mean, maybe it'll tell us in here. I will go through this here a bit. We've got forward, and then when we go reverse, it has the like lockout. Looks like we've got a pretty substantial gear separation here. Let me Oh, yeah, of course. When you go into reverse, the reverse light comes on. Why wouldn't it? So, first gear. Like, slow. Maybe double the speed. I mean, guys, this is so far out of my depth. I don't know what I'm doing. The smallest vehicle in the Canyon fleet also happens to be a Jimny, and that's Lil Fella, and Lil Fella looks like an apocalypse monster in size comparison to the 12th scale. Lil Fella has never looked large before. That's crazy. And Lil Fella, as he sits, is pretty accurately 10th scale. So this is that thing about why you get a large pizza and not a medium, because how circles work, right? So you get basically double the pizza when you go. When a pizza goes up from a 12-inch pizza to a 14-inch pizza, you basically get double the amount of pizza because you're only getting it around the outside edges. So when we go from 10th scale to 12th scale, it's half the size. Like, you can still see a little bit of hood. There we go. I don't know. I don't know. I said that I don't know anything about small scale stuff. So imagine an 18th scale. Like, I have definitely mentioned having large hands. It's just bigger than my hand. Man, it's so cool. It is so cool. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't think we have any choice. I don't have any capacity to charge this. Oh, the LEDs, they look fine here, but the camera, I can see the frame rate on the camera is really picking up the cycle of the LEDs. It's fresh out of the box. It still has all the plastics on the windows. It has 55 millimeter tires. It has ground clearance of 13 millimeters in the front, and maybe about 20 under the rear trailing arm. Definitely got a more forward bias to it. It is one of the coolest looking RC cars I've ever seen. When I was a youth and I was building plastic models, if I ever thought that there would be a future where I could see this thing, I would have been like, no, that's not a thing. Is that my tinnitus? No, I think it's this. It's really giving off a, somewhere a dog is howling. I feel like that might be a full size. We might have a full size spare. I do crawler stuff. I sometimes do a little bit of go fast stuff, some little bashery stuff. I'm not qualified to review something like this. It's really cool. It is really, really cool. And you know what? I mean, we would definitely be remiss if we didn't see it go up a rock. I have to assume that the receiver and speed controller are one unit with this tiny little radio. I don't know what I'm doing. So come with me as we operate together in a constant state of not knowing what we're doing. I transfer cameras. We've got indoor camera, outdoor camera. We're going to transfer over to the outdoor camera, and in between, I'm gonna leaf through this. It's an actual manual that like tells you how to do things. Oh, there's some sort of crazy module in there that controls all the stuff. If just to see if there's a crawler mode, although I don't know how that would engage the reverse lights. I love it. It's adorable. We're going to crawl it. Well, we're going to try to crawl it. I would hope that it is a well-known canyon tradition that we drive from the shop to the course. And I drove him about 10 feet, but in high gear, it's 1 mile an hour. And in low gear, it's a proper crawling gear. I don't know if we have the torque or the wherewithal. Okay. What this strikes me as is it is at a size where it's big enough that you can get lots of scale details and stuff like that. But it's small enough that you could absolutely drive this inside your house. But as I have said to people in the past that have asked, oh, are you going to get like a UTB 18? Are you going to try something like this? The Canyon is pretty 10th scale. I mean, he's doing it. He's doing the thing. I am as surprised as anyone. Oh, I took some snapshots of the manual. There is virtually no discussion of how the thing works. Not even like how to take any bits off. There are 2 pages devoted to the lighting situations with the blinkers and the headlights and the taillights, and how you can like custom configure all of these lighting modes. You know what I will say? I am genuinely, I'm surprised in the whole thing. This tiny radio, maybe it says on the side, it's an MG4, manufacturer Fly Sky Technology. This is one of the better Fly Sky radios I've ever used. Like, okay, I've talked at length. I need to pan out. I've talked at some length about monkey mitts, right? I got big hands. Look at this. Like, one-handing, easy. It's genuine. Look, 3 fingers. Do you know how many full-size radios I've used that can't do this? And I should have known it was Fly Sky by the all-plastic knob. The thing is, we're operating at such a low speed here that I don't even mind it. Look at him go. Do you have winter where you live? I need to do something. I wish that I could configure this to drive about all on its own. FMS Jimny 112 Suzuki Jimny. Wow, the prices are all over the place. But currently, let me see if that's like a Black Friday thing. Yeah, I'm looking it up on the internet right now. Yeah, okay. We'll try to frame this. $99.99. Wow. The camera, how similar are they in color? I guess it's close-ish. It looks more yellow to me than green. I think I've got a shade of that dude color blindness. So I don't know. Does that look more green? This is the dress. What was it? Is it white or is it gold? Is that thing yellow or is it green? Is it yellow-green? This is clearly... This is not a vehicle you buy to hop up. The motor is microscopic. It charges off of a USB. I'm not qualified to review this. It is not what I do. It's super neat, and I think I have started a thought about if you live someplace where there's winter, this thing inside the house would be a ball. I mean, put some pillows, throw some pillows on the floor and put a blanket over it, and you're going. It's actually, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Jimny, no! Uh-oh. Do we save him? I think we save him. I am genuinely running through my head trying to figure out where do I have that is modest enough. Here's what's crazy. Its crawlability is not nearly as far removed from the little fellow who was in the shot, the other Jimny. When he came stock out of the box, he didn't crawl significantly better than this. It's just the contact patch. Those tires, are we Austin Powers? I thought I might have to use second gear to extricate. Yeah, there is not a ton of drive in these tires. You know what? Okay, there is no torque in second gear. You basically can't climb at all. So I was wondering if I could use second gear to extricate myself as needed. Oh. The steering angle, 25 degrees. Show me so slow. I kind of can't get enough of it. All right, little friend. Can we get a turning circle on this surface? We're out of frame. We're coming back in frame. We're out of frame. We're coming back in frame. And we're hitting the slick rock sign. Turning circle's got to be like 7 or 8 feet. I've said it, I think, loudly a couple times. I get it. Oh, this little gentleman here is being bought for a very different reason than I buy remote control cars. He's super cool, but I mean, what? Let's pull up here. Look at him relative to the slick rock sign. There are a number of vehicles in the Canyon fleet that can drive directly over the obstacle, the state park signs, and the state park sign is above his hood. 12 scale is very small. As I said when I was browsing Google just moments ago, the prices are all over the place. I think MSRP is like $249.99, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It fills me with a bewildered joy. $250? No! The scale accuracy is amazing. I think at $99, I think this thing is outstanding. I have no conceivable idea what I would do with it. So what I will say is, what did I buy? I bought something on A-Main. Oh, it was Black Friday. Last year, Black Friday A-Main. You spend over this amount and they gave you an associated 1/28th scale little micro dragster. That micro dragster has been sitting on a shelf for coming up now on a full year. I drove it across the floor 2 or 3 times and then was like, I don't have a place to drive it. I don't have anybody to drive it with. I don't have a place to drive this. I don't have anybody to drive it with. I feel like it would suffer the same fate. It's so neat, but I feel like it's completely wasted on me. I really do. This is a 10th scale house. Oh, hello, bee. We will figure it out how to move the Jimny on to some follower, supporter of the Canyon, someone in a wintry land that can drive this in their living room. It's so cool. It is. You know what? I will go so far as to say, it's a rock crawler. Look, I mean, look. Are we or are we not crawling rocks? It's not hyper capable. It's quasi capable, and in low gear, that has to be like a 1/4 mile an hour. This is for someone. It's, again, I am redundant if nothing else. It is super cool. I mean, I guess this will go up as a quick review, but I am not qualified to review this. It has like 27 lighting modes, and I think I have 4 rigs with LEDs on them, period. Like, I put them on just because they're cool. Everything about little 12 scale Jimny here is cool. I think we're, can we? No, we're stuck. We're stuck, and I think that would be the problem. This is not a recommendation. I feel like this vehicle is one that if you know you need it, you know. I don't know. I don't know. There's plenty of folks out there that love 24th scales and 18th scales, and we don't do that here. And that 18th, that 12th in my head, I'm going, oh, 18th scale. I think a UTB is about that big, maybe a tiny bit bigger. Yeah, scales don't mean anything. Thanks for coming by the canyon. If you were drawn in by random FMS content, I don't want to roll it. I don't want to hurt it. I want to put it back in its box. I want to give it to somebody who will love it and appreciate it and cherish it. So, shout out FMS for sending one out. 10th scale would have been preferred. We could actually test it. We have a whole protocol for that. I don't have a protocol for this. It has neat lights. Make the blinkers come on again. What's not to like? Just certainly not geared to the canyon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to FMS for sending it in. Comment below, please. Like, subscribe, etc. We will continue to bring you off-the-wall content, hopefully far into the future. And that we hope that between now and when you tune in the next time, you do your very best to have a good one, everybody. We'll see you again soon from the canyon. I would love to drive out of the frame, but I have high-centered this, and I'm on a bucket chair, and I'm not getting up, so. We'll, if only I could do that in reverse. We'll see you next time.